and welcome to KidStoryTime with Iffy. Today we've got an amazing Christmas storybook just for you. The title is The Night Before Christmas in Wonderland. This book was written by Carys Bexington and illustrated by Hindley. Let's dive right into the story. It was the night before Christmas, a dark snowy night, when St. Nick and his reindeer were just taking flight. His sleigh was jam-packed, brimming over with toys, to deliver that eve to the good girls and boys. He took up his reins, breath in gulps of good cheer, and called to his team as he did every year. Go Dasher, go Dancer, on Prancer and Vixen. Leap Cupid, soar Donner, fly Comet and Blitzen. But suddenly, wait, came a cry from an elf. This note just appeared on the post-sorting shelf. They all crowded round it, out there in the cold. A letter so old, it was starting to mold. Dear Father Christmas, I've wished for a gift on the great northern star, and I know my home, Wonderland, lies very far. But I hope my wish finds you out there in the snow. You are my very last hope, please. My parents said no. Love, the Princess of Hearts. PTO for a map to Wonderland and my castle. Galloping Bubbles, St. Nick tugged his beard. To be giftless at Christmas is worse than I feared. To the princess's castle we'll fly first tonight. Set course to Wonderland, Rudolph take flight. But Dancer cried out, Oh, St. Nick, are you mad? Have you not heard of Alice? The whole place is bad. I agree, chimed in Prancer. I've heard there's a cat that smiles at you weirdly. You know I hate that. We won't leave her giftless. It's Christmas, let's go. So they sped through the night with a grumbly ho ho. They flew at full speed all that very long way. It's a quick trip by rabbit hole, ages by sleigh. They silently crept across the princess' roof, then squashed down the chimney by foot and by hoof. But no stockings were hung by the chimney with care, no tree draped with tinsel, no treats by the stair, no minced pies, Vixen frowned, not one candy cane stick, not even a carrot. This must be a trick. As they stood on the hearth, St. Nick scratching his head, somebody upstairs gently slipped from her bed. What chick, hissed the queen. Who in wonder is that? How dare he stand in that red bubble hat? She hopped up and down, her whole face turning red. Then she bellowed, Oh, you, I say, off with your head. Now St. Nick will say fighting is never the answer, but the same can't be said of his chief reindeer, Prancer, who, though in his absolute last final warning, since biting 4 elves on their bottoms that morning, charged at the queen and with all his might shoved her out of the window and into the night. Great jingle bells, Prancer, St. Nick clutched his hat, and they ran for the door but tripped over the cat. They stumbled and tumbled and crashed with a clatter into a tea party with her and Mad Hatter. Guests, they both cheered. Drink a tart, eat a drink. Not that one, said Mousy. Those buns make you shrink. A dizzy St. Nick said, We really can't stay. We've a gift to deliver before Christmas Day. Fried tea leaves? Gulps Hatter. You're mad as Aunt Fred. You can't say that word here. We'll all lose our head. Our Princess of Hearts grew up angry. Hare sniffed. She's a queen who hates Christmas. She won't want a gift. It's my fault, said a rabbit with fur white as snow. A mistake that I made all those long years ago. The last post collection leaves promptly at 8. And I'm sorry to say, oh dear me, I was late. She was frumious, whiffling. Then each passing year, she banned presents, then tinsel, mince pies, and good cheer. But then, off with your heads, shrieked the queen with delight. She was back, red as jam, in the brillig moonlight. Oh no, ho, 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 said Nick, clutched his round belly, which wobbled and bounced like a bowl full of jelly. Who is that? The queen pointed at St. Nick's red mitten, then slowly remembered the letter she'd written. Her lip twitched, and sorely the Queen of Hearts smiled, for the first time since she was a very small child. She beamed as she snatched for the red ribbon roll, but it vanished and left a small lump of black coal. Change it back, the queen cried, but St. Nick shook his head. He can't. Only you can do that, Rudolph said. But how do I do it? The Queen of Hearts whined. With the first rule of Christmas, said Vixen, be kind. So that night, the queen swore she'd be kind. She'd be good. Be as nice as a Wonderland queen ever could. She'd chop no more heads. She would share, never snatch, and the coal changed like magic to a pet. Bandersnatch! Then, as if by a spell, snowflakes swirled through the night, and Wonderland twinkled with warm, festive lights. With Christmas restored, St. Nick sprang to his sleigh. Lots more stockings to fill before dawn Christmas Day. He gave a warm shout as they galloped from sight. Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night. That's the end of this fantastic story book, The Night Before Christmas. What will your night before Christmas look like? I hope it will be full of fun, joy, happiness. Thank you so much for joining us today. We'll see you next time. Take care. Happy reading. Merry Christmas.